Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. I know you guys were here last month and I wasn't. I'm going to go and make some of these points because I was taking notes, and then I'll get to what brought me here tonight. I needed to tell you guys that I've checked out the website and I like the newness of it. But the black coloring in the background makes it hard to read. And there's no listing of Ms. Carpenito's number. So for those of us who want to call and have permission to speak, we don't have a way to know what we're supposed to do. It's not listed up there with the board meeting information. I need to ask you guys again to consider and to take a vote on televising this meeting on a regular basis for us, the public. You guys have been running with the committee meetings and you do a great job, but this is the meeting where we come out and find out how we interact with you all, so we would like to have that meeting televised. You know, we did a campaign, well, a lot of you guys wouldn't know because there's so many new ones, but we did a campaign for this, and that's how you got to the committee meetings. And now that you've been doing the committee meetings for as long as you have, we really would like to revisit voting on whether or not we can televise these meetings. Hold on. I need to know who is in charge of curriculum now. Who's in charge now that Dr. McCool is gone? Okay, I would like to come and sit and talk with you. Now, what brought me out to, one other point. The additive thing, that's been going on since I've been coming, the additive. When you find out you have something new added to the agenda and you are expected to vote on it like it's an urgent thing, that's been going on. And there were times before when we brought this to the attention of the board and we heard the same promises that it won't happen again. So we need you guys to take that seriously, because even when we're going over the board docs at home and we're looking at what we want to address, when we get here, we're hit with something new and we're like, oh, it's not a good thing. I have a company now, because when I first started working as an education advocate in this district, one of the first things I noticed was that parents were not, they needed to learn how to be involved. And as I said before, you guys spend a lot of money on professional development for teachers. I think that you all need to consider using the Title I parent involvement portion that we're supposed to be entitled to as parents for doing professional development of us. And I would more than gladly be willing to use my company to do enrichment programs for your parents. Some literature went around. I passed it to Ms. Arnold, she passed it to you guys, and you all should have my contact on there here. And finally, I wanted to say, Mr. Rivas, the Parents as Partners Conference is a great thing that you guys have been doing for years. Could we look at bringing that conference to the district, to the parents, earlier in the year instead of May? Because usually when we get it late in the year, we have the whole summer, a lot of what was introduced is gone, whereas if we get it earlier, like before January, we can probably use some of those lessons to help us better educate our children. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Damas?
I just wanted to make one comment. Although this meeting is extremely important, those of you out there have a greater opportunity during our committee meetings to really shape what we do here today. Oftentimes, the public doesn't show up in great numbers at the committee meetings, but that's where a lot of information is introduced to us first. That's where we really discuss at great length a lot of these items, and that's where a lot of you can also assist us develop what it is that we're voting on. So I just say that because I ask for all of you to take the opportunity to come out to those committee meetings and help us with these items.
Second thing.
Parents are not, I appreciate what you all do at the committee meetings now as opposed to what used to happen some years ago. But there's no, you don't gather us when you're having those meetings. I hear you appreciate and thank the parents who show up. And then again, you always have those committee meetings at odd hours. Like you all sometimes just find out a day or two before, oh, a meeting's going on, but you have no way of getting that information to us in time to invite us to come to those meetings, because believe me, I have no problem sitting on committee meetings now that I'm unemployed.
Okay, through the chair, one more thing.
Mr. Damas.
One thing that I propose is that we have, and I have to thank the Vice President here, she brought this concept of a caucus where we have all of these different committees, rather than have different committees on different dates, have all of the committees in one meeting. I propose that we have 2 caucus meetings during each month so that we can fit in all of the committees 2 times a month. And yeah, and there are a few meetings right now that are during the day that many of us can't make. And so with the caucus meetings held in the evenings, if there's 2 of them, we could split our committees in half, and all of us, or most of us, could get to those meetings, and more parents and more individuals from the city can come out and take part in those meetings. So we've done it 2 times thus far, and I think it's been a great success, and I'm hopeful that the greater majority here would make that decision too.
Sounds
And in
interesting.
lieu of that, we do try to make a concerted effort to make the meetings at a time that's good for not just us as board members, but you as the public. So we try to convince all board members to make their
But how do
meetings.
y'all announce it? How do you all let us know that the meetings are going
It's
on?
advertised in the newspapers, the Jersey Journal.
There's no way to put them up on your website, like,
It's on the
so
website.
every time you all have a committee meeting, that's also listed?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll keep looking. Thank
It's
you.
in the calendar as well. But thank you very much. Vice President Lester has something to say.
I love getting credit for good ideas, but I want to hand it back over to Mr. Connors, who wanted to have a caucus, and also
Last
Ms. Mack,
year.
who's been asking for one.
Since last year. Cheryl Mays, please. Cheryl Mays. No Cheryl Mays.